Wake up to yourself.
Is this thing on?
Such a cunt.
People
help
always
it.
so surprised we have like titles. People are always so surprised we have titles and stuff. They're like, oh, you guys have opening titles and closing titles. Like, doesn't everybody?
Yeah.
Like all the
It's
podcasts.
okay.
Somewhat
It's okay, everyone. We're still shit. It's okay. Don't get too behind. Don't get your hopes right up there.
Shit.
I ain't shit.
Trying to kill me. It's only 901.
Lipstick on a pig.
Yeah,
I feel like
it.
could that be the tag? Could that be the tagline for next year? Because what will next year be? 2024. How many years is that? That's
You show ain't shit.
Well, is that 12?
No ain't shit.
back now?
Best
It's like
news ever.
Just one big
Excellent
pile of
news.
how long is that?
shit icon.
We had the anniversary a year ago.
started in 2000.
5 years back.
And 11.
5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but since you come back.
2022 was 10 years. 23, 24. So it's 12. Yeah. 12 years, still shit.
It lasted longer than a relationship.
Yeah, Jeffrey, that's really funny. The podcast has outlasted relationships,
And my
friendships,
marriage.
some
Your
people's
marriage.
lives, some people's lives. You know, it's all right. We live. We've got some formerly some guests that aren't around anymore. You know, it's
This
like,
little podcast so has kept us all together too, because I'm sure we've tested each other's boundaries a few times, haven't we, guys?
You, Luke.
Oh, I didn't get
every
Never you.
day.
My name's not Broker, Katie. I don't know what you're talking about.
My
I ain't dropping names.
boundaries are tested. My
I did.
boundaries are tested every day. But Luke
I've
has a
never
brand new
done
look.
anything wrong.
Just kidding.
I
love
don't
Luke has
know.
a brand new
We
look.
had boundaries.
A brand new look. Oh yes, apart from my Christmas tree behind me that doesn't have lights
Charlie
yet.
Brown tree.
Oh, look, leave my tree alone. No, look, I just decided.
Luke.
I know I'm stupid, but anyway, my lights aren't here. I've got to go around and pick them up because my lights that I already had aren't going to suit this tree. It's a long story that no one cares about. Same as my hair. I just decided that I was going to dye it dark because look, being blonde, especially when you're old, costs a lot of money. So I was like, meh, I'll just see what it looks like dark. Jeff thinks I've got fillers and Botox and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, okay, it's working. So cool.
Cheaper than, right? Cheaper than.
Then it's working,
Yeah,
man.
$10
They can
bottle
get
of-
fillers.
Yeah, I know, $10 box of dye, man.
Yeah.
Fuck, I wish.
Life. Speaking of brand new men, how are you, Tim? You know, getting eyes. and
New
stuff?
hair,
You
new
getting eyes?
kidneys,
Yeah. No, good. I had a transplant follow-up appointment today in the city that I had to get up at 5 a.m. for, which was phenomenal to fight traffic into the city. And that it went well. I got the Moderna jab today, as per my transplant doctors. So I got that going for me. And
One of us. One
Very
of us.
Republican of you.
yeah, it's very TV failure of me though. So I'll tell you that.
He had to put that red hat on just to make him feel okay today, man.
Next week will be
You would have had to
RSV
be-
Day.
Tim, you would have had to be vaccinated for like meningococcal and stuff like that as well, wouldn't you? Since you've had an organ
What about
transplant.
They really only pushed the flu and COVID on me. That was and it wasn't like mandatory. They were like, we recommend you do it, but you don't have to do it. So I was like, might as well, because I would kick myself if I got something and lost a kidney because of it. So
Dave says you look fabulous and ooze excellence. I'm not sure who it is too, but both of you look fabulous
I'm
and ooze
taking it for
excellence. So there you go.
Yeah.
love.
Yeah, I thought it was for all of us. But
I'd prefer not to ooze. I'd prefer not to ooze anything, just quietly. But yeah, that might just be me.
why?
Especially if it stings while it's oozing. It's not good.
Oh, yeah.
You would know.
That's yeasty.
Well,
that's yeasty.
yeah, that's more of a discharge. I think that's a discharge.
Yes, that is just
I'm gonna take a
virulent
look at it
discharge.
when I can come back.
The whores
So-
of Uncensored Radio will tell you all about
There's his
it.
favorite words.
Christina, have you ever had anything discharge?
No. I keep a very clean house. Not this behind me, but I
You
keep a
got a
very
clean
clean
box?
house. Yes.
You gotta look
No,
at
you
there's
could,
anything
you could eat off
clean.
her pelvic floor, couldn't you, Christina?
Oh.
You literally could. Yes. Let's go ahead. I'm open. I'm taking open reservations. What do you want?
Dinner for two. Dinner
It's
for
like
two.
a buffet. All you can eat.
We're just gonna call you Phoebe
Yeah.
from now on. Phoebe buffet. She's always open.
Oh, I think.
She's always open, but don't eat the taco. Oh,
Oh, man.
yeah,
No. Oh my God. No. Not even.
No.
Jesus.
Pink
What?
It's not Taco Tuesday. It's not
Pink
Taco
taco.
Oh,
Tuesday.
ew, no.
Speaking of
It's
Taco
Thrushy
Tuesday, how are you, Vera?
It's Thrushy Thursday.
I knew someone was gonna make that joke. I'm exhausted today. My coworker called in sick. I've been running since I got there, and I got there late because of the snow.
Oh,
Everyone's
Oh no.
exhausted.
How much snow did you guys get?
It wasn't a lot, but like I was telling Tim earlier, there was a coating of ice under the snow, so that was what slowed me down.
fuck.
I had to scrape it.
Yeah, that's such a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Torval, indeed, eat your heart out. Get
Yeah.
ice skates on him. Triple lutz out to the car park. Woo!
speaking of eating your heart out, how are you, Jeffrey?
Oh, what a cunt.
Really struggling because I keep looking in the camera. I'm like, bitch, you look real puffy. I'm like, you better get on that fucking shot again. You better go, like, suck a dick on the corner and raise that fucking $900 for little Ozempic real quick, bitch. Because fucking
Call your doctor and ask them to do
Not on the corner.
do a
You're
practice.
getting
What?
arrested.
a prior authorization. It's a legal fight with your doctor to get, or with your insurance to get them to pay for your med.
They won't. I called the insurance company and tried fighting with the bitch, and she was real ignorant.
Yeah, the
It was
insurance
awful.
company won't let you talk on your own behalf. Only the doctor can talk on your behalf. Because this is
Jeffrey,
America, we do
I'm gonna
things
have you
fucked
call
up.
my doctor. How about that?
Vera, can you read this?
My mom.
Vera,
She's
do
calling
you know your sexy voice that you do for the hot load of hot topics? Are you able to read this joke in that sexy voice for us?
Why was the snowman smiling? He saw the snowblower coming down the road.
Oh, there we go. She's done it, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, she
Oh,
knocked
man.
down snow cones.
Do you guys miss it kind of makes me miss the 90s a little bit. You're like, when you're up too late and you'd be like, call me now.
Sex.
Yeah, that's
15-year-old.
90s
1-800
commercials.
get wet.
USA
with
up
2 T's.
tonight.
No. I'm 18.
We can start our own sexy one with Tim. Be 1-800 kidney. 1-800 transplant.
Wet.
Now hand me that pancreas over there. Yeah,
That's a nice fatty organ.
Feels
There.
in my yeah. 6,000 feels in my arm and pump my blood, bitch.
You know what? That could actually have a
You're right.
crossover.
You know somebody said, where's what's the
Somebody-
fucking Army Hammer? What's his name? Somebody be into that shit.
You've turned on some kind of black market. It's like the urban legend. People waking up in a fucking bathtub full of ice and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Tim's.
They don't know what's happening.
Tim's demographic. It's nice, though, but it's nice.
It was a good Saturday night.
Happening.
Yeah. And waking up in a bathtub's never good, though.
Waking up in a
Well,
bed.
speaking of waking up in bathtubs,
No,
how are you, Steve?
I'm good. I nearly didn't wake up, and I nearly Whitney Houston myself the other night.
Oh, nice. How'd that go for you?
What the fuck?
You're doing better than her.
I was laying there going very comfortable, very
Do
comfortable.
heroin.
Bloop, bloop, bloop,
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I went
Oh,
underwater.
so
and
you're
then
like
inhaled
what
it.
lies beneath?
Oh, listen,
Yeah.
don't try to
You
get
all
out of
got-
watching these fucking kids. Don't you dare, bitch.
You
You're
almost
coming,
peed
you
yourself.
fucker.
You are coming over here
Oh.
and you are going to help me with these motherfucking children.
Sure. Jeff's got a
Because,
nice
you know,
deep bath.
whenever we think
If I
of
get over
Steve-
there, I'm over it. Jeffrey's got a nice deep bathtub.
Whenever we think of Steve, we think of childcare.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is bizarre because
Yeah.
the children all hate him.
Before and after.
They are
Before and after.
actually very excited to see him.
Because
Oh.
I can't
Oh,
get
So
gifts.
they don't have good memories. That's the problem. They'll remember quick enough.
Yeah.
They'll remember quickly.
Oh,
I was like,
that's
what? And I'm like,
Steve. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that
I thought it was the other guy.
I thought it was Buffy's
I
dad.
thought it was Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was
imagine.
Luke.
Like, they got all. No, they did get all excited.
You
when
know
it-
they're going to
when it was
ask
like,
you where I am. And Buffy.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
Where's Buffy?
He's not
They're gonna
allowed.
ask where
He's
Buffy
not
is.
allowed back in the country anymore. He can't. He's not allowed.
Hey, that almost happened. Don't joke.
Remember that almost happened when we were leaving. Remember? So I had a flashback the other day. Remember when we were getting on the plane to go in Sydney, and they asked for our COVID vaccinations, and I couldn't
Yes.
get the right color up on my phone.
Yes.
That was a
Oh,
I had
fucking
you.
nightmare.
Don't worry. You sorted yourself out, but I had you. I had contacts. It was all
Oh.
good.
I don't miss that part of COVID, but all because they said, "Oh, we can only accept ones that are green," and mine was blue because I'd had more than the recommended dose.
Right.
Like I'd had like 5 shots, and the green one was the green. They're like, it's
It was a
supposed to be
very
green. I'm
much a computer says no moment for them.
like,
There was no
I've had
logic.
5 injections. I could power the plane. Like I've got enough 5G.
We just went piss. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? It's gonna piss into the plane. Oh no! See, all right. We're squirreling for a minute, but how scary are plane toilets?
Yeah.
Just a,
I've never been in a plane bathroom because, I don't stand up on them.
that's right.
Yeah,
Jeffrey
no,
goes
I
into
can
a
see the
coma.
fear.
No, Jeffrey goes
It-
into a coma. He's like,
No, I just,
he
Do you just
dissociates.
stand there?
It's all over.
Do you stand above the bowl and just let it go?
no,
He doesn't go. He doesn't get out of his
don't
seat.
move out of the seat. I sit in the seat like this.
Oh,
the whole time.
okay.
I'm like,
I thought that was
I'm
you
gonna
standing
die.
over the
I'm
bowl.
gonna die. I'm gonna die. This is it. This is it. We're gonna die. This is the last fucking thing I'm gonna see. Is this ugly bitch across the fucking
Oh,
aisle
love.
from me?
You
I'm
know,
gonna die.
Same.
That's it.
You'll
That's
you know
it.
what
That's
it
like
sounds like you
Jeffrey, you
need? You sound like you need some CBD gummies from Perez Hilton.
Bitch, I took 6
THC.
fucking Advil PM and had a half a bottle of vodka. I was wide awake.
Talk about Whitney Houston.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You're never
I had
gonna
to
make it
do-
over
yeah.
here. You're never gonna come to
Yeah.
Australia.
Oh, honey, back then I wasn't smart enough to go to the doctor and be like, "Hi, I need a lot
have
of
anxiety."
Xanax."
I took 2 Xanaxes and I took 2 gummies and I was good. I was
Most
like,
doctors
just
are
chilling.
pretty good about giving Xanax for flight anxiety.
Yeah,
Yeah,
somebody's
you
just
can
gonna
tell
have to
them.
come
Couple of
because there's no way that I could go be medicated and take care of the kids. So somebody's gonna have
Oh
to come.
yeah, that's true.
Somebody's gonna have to.
That's
come
You have to
down
do the
because
full Marge
Yeah.
Simpson. Let me off! 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 Let me off!
I could do a 12-hour flight and not be heavily medicated. No way, fucking in hell.
No.
Nope.
You want to go do my flats for me?
6 hours is about all I can handle the whole time. Going, I'm gonna die. This is it. This is it. Today's the fucking day I die.
Would you like vegetarian? So when they come, they go, "Would you like a Coke?" You're like, "Fuck off!"
And that one, when the one fucking plane, it was the one with the propellers, it dropped out of the fucking
Nope.
sky. And when I tell
Nope.
you, the bitch, there was a girl in the aisle across. I don't know what I looked like, but the bitch across that, she was hysterical. She was a kid, And this bitch, out of everybody on the plane, she honed in on me and comes up. She's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Do you have alcohol?" She's like, "No, not on this flight." I'm like, "Then you can't help me." I don't know what I must have looked like for her to come to me first out of everybody else, like the girl, the young kid crying. but it must have been not good because
Could have been worse. You could have been on that plane to Spain where the lady shit herself halfway through and they had to turn around and come back.
Yeah, right.
Talk about that.
I probably would be in prison
That
because
is
I probably
disgusting.
would have fucking choked the bitch to death or tried to bust in and to kill the pilot because he was trying to turn
Yeah,
the plane
that's
around.
not a smell you want to smell.
I don't give a fuck
Oh,
about
well,
the smell.
no.
Keep going. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, you know, just keep going. Like if you're already halfway there,
Yeah, right.
what is going back and going and get on the same plane
Bitch,
doing?
I would have been busting out the fucking essential oils. I would have been getting down in the bottom of the plane, scrubbing the shit. No, we're not fucking going back today.
We're gonna
No.
dive into our own pile this week. A pile of
Load of hot topics.
oh dear, so much fun. So
Smut.
speaking of speaking of shit, the former president of the United States has made the news yet again. This he should just have his like magic 8 ball should just be like things are getting fucking worse, but nothing's gonna actually come of it. It's just like he's not good. So, federal court appeal Friday rejected former President Donald Trump's bid to dismiss civil claims, seeking to hold him to account for the January 6th riot in 2021 at the Capitol, denying claims of presidential immunity, at least for now. I mean, come on.
I love what the one judge said.
Beer.
I love what the one judge said. He said, "You can't tell me you're innocent. There's 400 pages of evidence here."
I have to be honest.
That would imply he could read.
I don't know if we're even
Wow.
talking about, but between him and fucking Hunter Biden before the show, I saw there was some shit with him. I'm so fucking sick of politics. I'm sick of that. Just fucking do something. Make a decision. Stop dragging this shit out. Deal with Hunter. Deal with Donnie. Deal
You
with
can't
fucking
deal
Joe.
with Hunter because he hasn't really done anything. I mean,
Well, they
yes,
just
he's
got
done
him. They're
a few
prosecuted for
he
tax
hasn't
evasion
done
or
his
whatever.
dick out.
Right, but
He's got
I mean,
tax evasion.
He's a private citizen. Leave him alone.
just do whatever you're gonna do. Like, get it the fuck over with. I'm tired of fucking hearing about Hunter Biden's cock. Right? It's a nice one. Don't get me wrong. I got no problem
Never
with the
does.
man. You know, the man wants to fucking do crack and take pictures of his dick. It's none of our goddamn business. I don't care. You know what I mean? You didn't pay your fucking taxes. You got to pay the piper. Wesley Snipes wore a dress, didn't pay his taxes. Guess what? He went to prison too. Sorry. Donald
and if he
Trump
likes
committed
taxes,
crimes. Donald Trump's got to go to jail. Joe Biden committed crimes. Joe Biden's got to go to jail. Hillary Clinton committed crimes. Hillary Clinton's got to go to jail. It's just
Absolutely.
fucking simple. Let's get it the fuck over with and move the fuck on. I'm sick of it. I
mean, it's
can't
not like
fucking take it anymore.
Hunter could generate some profit, like to pay those bills off. Like he likes taking, as you said, he likes taking pictures of his cock. He could do it OnlyFans.
It's
Yeah,
not
the
gonna-
American
Like
government.
pay those
I mean,
bills
yeah.
off. Siphon that straight to the
I
government.
don't think he'll be allowed to do that.
My problem
Why?
with this whole Hunter
Because-
Biden thing is that he was never fucking serving our country in any way, shape, or form. He's just the president's son. Whereas Ivanka, Jared, Don Jr.,
Leave me alone, I'm
they
Ivanka.
had titles. And they had just as much tax evasion and just as much corruption, probably more.
All you can see of Ivanka Trump is just a speed line where she used to be. Like in the cartoons when they run real fast, and there's just
Haven't you
a
been through
smoky
enough?
outline. She's like, I'm gone. She out.
Bitch got her check. I mean,
And
look.
her
She cushioned it out. She's like, I gotta go. I gotta
Yeah.
go. I can't be involved. I'm
There you go.
very busy. But surely this is a big thing, right? This is a
It's
big
not-
thing.
She's not wrong.
Inciting
with
the
anything Vera
insurrection.
just said.
Like,
I thought it was a big thing.
what's it gonna take? What's it going to take?
Vera,
Does he
Vera,
have
can
to
you read that one in
shit
the
on
sexy
flag?
voice?
Probably not the only speed line she's done.
Vera could be Gossip Girl. Vera could be Gossip Girl, I think. She's like, but tell me.
I
did it
want
really
just
happen?
an audible book of Vera doing mean tweets.
Vera, Vera's Gossip Girl.
Your show
Your
is
show
shit,
is
bitch.
shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent news.
So-
Your show is shit.
That's what he said. Your show is shit.
So the whole issue is the immunity, like the immunity thing, which was talked about when he was, supposed to be pardoning all these people, but never pardoned anyone. Now any power that he had is kind of fucked. For part, like he thought he could probably get away with, I could look after myself
So
because he's not looking
dumb.
after anyone else that was supposed to work for him. There was no pardons granted to anyone that, so he fucked, right?
So dumb.
He did not expect to lose.
We never expected to lose.
Well, I think that does show you in all of this, like
Never.
how cocky he really, really was, right? He did not think he would lose. I don't think he ever believed he would get caught.
He thinks he's untouchable.
Yeah.
I just love some Schadenfreude, just
Like, I hope
bit
somebody
of-
is on a. I mean, look, I do want to, like, as a society, as the world, right? I do want to move up, but I mean, it is juicy shit. So I do hope somebody's there, like, taking notes, right? So that there's a fucking fabulous movie that comes out about this, because to be a fly.
that's
on
what I
the
was gonna
wall
say. It's gonna make a
in
great
that
like
house, holy shit.
10-part maxi series on AMC or
Like,
something like
There's like a
10 years or
hot
so.
bodyguard that, like, his wife is banging, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Where is she?
Ooh.
Again, where is she?
banging the hot bodyguard.
I haven't seen
I
her.
just saw her the other day.
Rosalind's funeral.
Where
She did go to Rosalind's funeral and sat with all the
That's
first
right.
ladies.
was she like sitting in the back in a bright green burqa or something going,
Who?
No, she was right up front. She was very respectful. She had
Rosalind
a lovely
Carter.
gray dress.
What the fuck? Who?
Jimmy
Rosalind
Carter's
Carter?
wife?
Jimmy. Yeah. Sorry.
I'm not even American and I know what's going on.
Look,
Jimmy Carter's wife. They throttled poor Jimmy out for that as well.
Jim, yeah.
Poor Jimmy. It's like
Jimmy did not look good.
It's like a weekend
I
at
don't know if
Bernie's
he needed
shit at
to-
this point.
Hasn't he
I
been
don't-
on hospice
I don't-
for a while?
yeah, he is in hospice.
Yeah,
isn't he?
since he
He's
got
on
elected.
hospice, but he's not on hospice in that he has an encroaching disease process. He's on a hospice in that he stopped taking all life-supporting medication.
And he still just won't go.
Oh. Well, I
They
mean,
say
at
they
that
bred him
age,
tougher.
Take,
They bred
take
him
that
tougher
hit,
back in
buddy.
the day.
you know what I mean? If you're 90 something, why at that point, like, well, I'm not.
Isn't he 99? Isn't he like
Oh.
one trip
Yeah,
around the
he's-
sun away from
Year
a
away
century?
from a
Yeah,
century.
he's pretty
I
old.
think
I
he
don't
is.
know.
Like, at
I
that
get
point, do you
bored
really
now.
want to take a, an omeprazole or whatever, a fucking Lexapro? Eh.
That must be-
Oh, I'm a
it must
bit
be very-
depressed.
And you could fall
You're
asleep
99, mate. You're all right.
It must be a
Keep
very
on
different
trucking,
life,
Jimmy.
though. Being
There's
the
nothing to be
former president of the United States, I'm sure, is a very different life. It's not like you go back to living in the suburbs.
Okay, wait.
You know
I
what I
just
mean?
have a question. Do you think at 100, like, I mean, not so much about him, right? But do you think at 100, do you still, like,
That's
Yeah.
why there's a
No,
little
we
blue
don't
pill.
know, Jeff. Spell it out.
That's why there's
What,
a little blue
Jeffrey?
pill.
do you think you still get horny at, like, 99?
No.
Not at
Why
all.
not?
I'm
Yeah,
sure
man,
men
I
do.
need Lexapro.
I'm sure men do.
Who was the guy that Anna Nicole Smith married? Right? I mean,
Oh, yeah,
that
He was
I mean-
80 something though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Anna.
I'm talking
Yeah.
like 99. Could you imagine being like 90, even for not even just male, like, but as a woman? I
Just
mean,
in
like,
general.
Yeah.
like Jane Fonda.
Being
and stuff,
99.
she was in her 80s. She talked about, like, I don't feel like I ever need to have sex again. But then I think she's just talking about dating again. So I'm like,
I don't see why
she was
not.
talking
though.
about. I saw a headline, like a little snippet where she said she wouldn't fuck anyone that's over 30. Now,
Jane Fonda.
I'm like,
That's hilarious.
yeah.
Oh, well, because it's the cool thing now. Cher's doing it.
Yeah.
Cher's doing it. She's like, oh, if I could turn back time, get
Cher's
that dick.
not as old
Oh,
as Jane.
Cher's getting that
Yeah,
dick,
but
though.
shit,
Good on
shit's-
her.
I
That's shocking.
I laid in bed
Shocking.
last night, bitches, and watched
What?
part of
Divas.
80s ladies, divas, fucking you not
Oh,
whatever.
no.
Let
Are we
me
in for a shock?
no, okay, first off, what is Donna Mills? This bitch is I
Donna
didn't
Mills.
realize I'm like, oh, what is she like 70? I thought she was one of the youngest ones there. Bitch is 82 years old, walking around like she's 68.
Really?
Get it, girl.
Well, look at Dolly Parton at the half. I mean, I don't know if you guys talked about it last week or the week
Yeah,
before.
it's a fact.
We did,
But,
Tim. You missed out.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, shit, Dolly Parton looked all right. So
I don't know
Yeah.
why people expected Dolly not to dress like Dolly. Like, what did they expect? It was, I don't know. The world confuses me.
It's that fake outrage of the Christian right. They have to hate everybody. You know?
No. Remember, Vera, according to Steve, it's overweight white women that
Yes,
were
that's
Yeah,
upset.
overweight religious
It was
white
overweight.
women.
Yes.
That's what I
Religious white
said. I'll
women
stand by. I'll
that
stand by.
didn't like
It's what's it, it's all those
Dolly
bitches
Parton.
that go
It
and
is
cook
not.
for the
It's
church
bullshit.
bake sale. Their husband hasn't touched them in 25 years
Look
because
here.
he's
Cook
too busy.
for it or
There,
eat
there
it.
is
No.
He's
it
not
was
wrong.
That fucking little Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, well, that him too. But Steve's not wrong, okay? Because there is a breed of like not like crazy obese women, but like there is. They're
Just a little bit,
miserable
hey, like
bitches,
little, like
right?
they never got rid of that
It's a
pregnancy
certain type.
belly.
It's a certain type. It's a certain type of bitch, right? They're not city girls. They're not country girls. They're fucking just miserable bitches who in high school drove a Dodge Shadow.
That mom's from
Ooh,
Liberty
very
in
specific.
Florida, whose husband is in
Very.
they had the threesome and he's getting charged with rape. She's not fat, or she's just white. She's not overweight.
But she's outraged. Isn't she outraged?
She is.
She's
so
just
outraged.
outraged.
How dare they attack her husband for raping someone?
How
You know,
d-
it's part of whitewashing our history. How dare
Stop
they?
having threesomes
was
then.
she asking for it though?
Oh, there it is.
Cancel Tim.
There it is.
Cancel Tim.
There
No, you can't
it is.
cancel comedy. You can't cancel comedy.
Well,
Can't do
what
it.
a segue. Because some people seemingly can't take what they dish out.
Man.
Our
Nobody
boy,
can.
Matt Rife,
Our favorite person ever.
had a little bit of a spasm after a famous, I guess, TikTok famous plastic surgeon posted a little TikTok saying, "Me after creating the greatest jawline ever seen, only for my patient to get cancelled right after." Now, there was a big
can't believe it.
discussion. There's a big discussion on our page about whether this is breaching some kind of confidentiality, etc., etc.
If he is the doctor, it's a
HIPAA.
punishable offense.
But he didn't say
Yeah.
I did Matt Wright's jawline. He said
If
He
was-
alluded
he
to it.
alluded to it. He alluded to
Yeah,
it. But is there?
But you don't
is
do
there
that.
an
It's
allusion
unprofessional.
clause?
It's illegal. in this.
Yes. Yes.
He actually is.
It's called a code of conduct.
Surgery. It's illegal.
just
I
think
touched her
if you
pussy. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I grabbed.
I
her
alluded
pussy,
to it.
yeah,
But I didn't really do it. Come on.
Oh,
I just.
I'm just saying it was a
President.
comparison to
Yeah.
this doctor and Matt
You
Rife.
know what? I think if you are a surgeon and you're even getting on TikTok and joking about surgeries and things like that, you're acting unprofessional anyway. You're bringing trouble to yourself. So
But
I
that's-
think this guy is obviously doesn't have a lot of insight for someone who is a surgeon.
No, because not necessarily.
for
Because
clout.
how often do you hear
Nah,
about
I'm
plastic
right. You're
surgeons?
wrong.
listen.
Plastic
I think
surgeons
it's a
who go-
great marketing tool for the surgeon. I think it was
Yeah.
a joke. I think if
Oh, would you really want to go to someone who's going to blab all about your surgery when you're
Right.
famous?
I don't think he was a surgeon. I mean, if he was a surgeon, that's different. But what was Matt's comment on it? He put a comment on there. Did we
He
have a
goes,
screenshot?
something about suing. So he kind of you know,
Yeah, but didn't he say
think that
dobbed
was a
himself
joke.
in. I'll
thought
I'll
he
get you the comment. Hold on.
said- Yeah.
I'll get you the comment. Hold on. La, 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 la.
Okay,
yeah,
so
but
if
says
it
he
wasn't a
shut up the
searcher,
names.
then it's a
Here we
joke.
go.
I think
This is
No,
This
if
is
he-
Matt's
even if he is a
response.
searcher,
This is
as long as he's
wait. This
not
is Matt's response.
Matt.
Lying about medical history is illegal, just for your information. But then he went back and deleted it.
the
So
plot
if it wasn't
thickens.
you, why
It's known
comment
as
at
the
all?
jawline.
If it
I'm
wasn't you, why comment at
certain
all?
That if he had a lawyer consultation, the lawyer probably said, "Do not comment."
Exactly.
Make no comment.
Make no comment after someone like, you know, I just feel like if you can dish out that kind of, you know, that kind of humor, you should be able to just go, yeah, cool. Like, it's not like they were saying anything bad about it. So what? He might have had a bit of plastic surgery. Look at
it's
Hollywood.
Nothing that Matt Rife didn't talk about himself. He did a bit about how I wasn't born this way. You know.
So why react? Yeah, why react in that way then?
Yeah.
Yes,
Why react in that
that's
way?
bizarre. Right, that's another.
It
That's
just makes
that's
you
not
look suspect.
like you filed that under. Who gives a shit? Like, why are you upset about
Yeah,
it?
right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Because
Because
it gets everyone talking about it, and it gets him
But the whole
famous.
But the whole thing that everyone wanted to tell us when we were the cancel police is that he doesn't care about you. He doesn't care what anyone has to say. He's the man. He's the bro. He's the man. He's gonna cry about someone saying that not even saying, alluding to the fact that he might have had plastic surgery, and then go back and delete that comment. That's a bitch move.
Matt Rife himself said on stage that he was not born with that jaw. That this was
I know, but
surgical.
it's not even about that. Like, for someone that's supposed to be this edgy bro comic, yeah, look at me, I'm alpha, and I'm so cool. Everyone's so sick of cancel culture, rah rah rah. But don't say anything about my face. Like, fuck off.
You don't think his comment was a joke?
All these people, no, he can't. He obviously can't take a joke, and he's a comedian.
No, I think what he wrote was sarcastic.
You think? But why?
I would take that as sarcasm.
Well,
that's
that's
a sarcastic asshole.
Nobody's getting that. It's funny.
But why go back and delete it?
Because people could
probably
take.
everybody thought he was fucking serious and had the same reaction you're having right
and
now.
he mentioned legal.
In the first place.
For the attention, Steve.
If nothing bothers, but if
And he was reacting.
Because
with a
fat,
reactionary
overweight
reply.
white women love him.
That explains every other commentary. Goes, he doesn't care about what you have to say. Obviously he does. Obviously he's got some kind of fucking media alert for his name going on.
They love him and they hate
What do
Dolly.
they have to say about me? What do they have to say? I must comment. That's a weird action for someone who doesn't care about what anyone has to say about them. Just saying.
I don't care what you have to say, but I'll definitely cry later when I'm all by myself. You know?
I get it. Like, for someone who's not supposed to give a fuck, it's a very strange reaction.
Aren't right or wrong. They just are. And he had some feelings.
So the whole big picture.
I wouldn't have feelings for that much money. I'd be like, who cares about people?
The people that were upset with Matt's joke, they're allowed to be upset, right? If it bothered them, it's allowed to bother them. They don't have to watch a comic that they know may trigger them, right? Because that's their shit. That's their bag of shit. Okay.
But wasn't that some of the issue? It wasn't normally his bag. It wasn't normally his shtick.
No, it is. I think that's what he's kind of known for, right? Like that's even his
He said worse things.
Yeah. Going.
It's not what he
says worse
puts on
things in
TikTok,
that special.
but it is what he does in his show.
But even on TikTok, when he's kind of going at people, like it's, he's kind of.
Yeah, it's
the
very blue and.
It's.
But have you noticed now? Have you also noticed now on TikTok? There's a lot more of that humor prevalent.
Oh, of course. But okay,
so I tell you
yeah.
But that also doesn't mean
it's the Britney Spears effect. I say, once there was one Britney, then there was Draguliras and everyone else, and it just got crazy.
Just as long as there's no Jamie Lynn Spears in the building.
he should also still be allowed to have his comedy set, right? Like that's what he does. People
Yeah.
enjoy it. That's their business.
I hear it. I
He's
hear it.
also allowed to be upset that somebody's making fun of his medical history, right? Because obviously he's human, he's insecure, right? If you get that done, obviously you feel some type of way about your body, right? You felt the
Right.
need to change it. So
How the
he's allowed
times
to
have
feel
changed. Look
insecure.
at Jeffrey being the voice of reason on this podcast.
I know.
He just always takes the opposite opinion.
Well, I mean, but here's the thing. But I see all sides of it, though. I mean,
Yeah, I do too.
I'm
Yeah.
I think what Steve is saying, and I totally understand what you're saying, is like, yeah, you're allowed to be upset, and people are allowed to be upset with a joke, but don't come out like full blast, like, well, I don't give a shit what people say, and then give a shit when somebody says something.
But
Yeah.
that's
You know,
also a
that's
valid
like the-
point.
But that's right. That's the contradictory
Because it
nature
is
of it. It's like,
annoying.
well, you either don't care or you care, and if you do care,
It's
then I
not very
totally understand it, and I also get that you don't care, but you can't have. It's not that even that you can't have both, but like you can't portray both within the same week. You know, like
It's not on brand. It's not very on brand
It's
to
not
do.
on
It's like,
brand.
yeah.
It's not on brand.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
you
we love
you
being
can
on
though,
brand.
because you can put your show out, right? Because what you go on stage and do is not necessarily who you are.
Right.
So
Oh,
just
yeah,
because you
100%.
go on stage and you have the balls to be this character doesn't mean that on the inside you're actually a tormented, fucking insecure, fat little kid
Well,
on the inside.
You know what?
Right.
I say it all the time. If we didn't need attention, we'd all be quilters.
I mean, who needs attention? Says the
Oh,
six
that's too
people
much
sitting here
work.
doing a podcast. That's
This is just sitting here opening my mouth.
Listen to me. Listen to
Listen to
me.
us. We have opinions too.
If you can't tell, I'm banging a table in frustration
Yeah.
or jerking off
Alright.
two huge men.
The power.
Did you
It's
say
a very
sucking off
powerful
huge,
thing,
man?
though, and
Jerking
that's
off.
what I say. You got to
Oh,
People
jerking off two giants.
with very thin penises.
No,
Yes, very thin, very nice.
we got the
Words
biggest
is powerful.
pickles tonight. It's crazy.
Oh.
I'll send you the picture after. Just remind me.
Cool stuff. So, young William Eyelash, also known as Billie Eilish, kind of outed herself in a Variety magazine, saying that, basically implying that she likes females as well, and then kind of turned her back on Variety, going, why is this the only thing that made the headlines? I thought everyone would have known anyway, etc., etc.
I kind
In
of
the
thought
post-
we knew too.
In the post Will and Grace world, etc., etc., is coming out that I don't know. It was so long ago. I just
With
feel
you.
like, is it this? I know it is, and I shouldn't.
I
Like,
think it's
I
just
shouldn't,
shit if you're gay.
Yeah, no one cares. Like,
especially if you're a hot girl. If you're a hot girl,
Yeah, I mean,
no one cares.
Yeah.
yeah, if you're a hot bitch with millions of dollars, I think they hope that you
the fuck
jump
you
on
want.
any side of it. But it's
Yeah,
not
she
that it
actually just got a
doesn't
lot hotter.
matter. I just don't think it should matter, or that people should care who someone else sleeps with
I
in
agree.
2023.
Exactly.
It doesn't
Wait,
matter.
I'm sorry, I think
Why?
Why do we have
I think I missed that.
labels?
Then why are we
always have
talking
people-
about it?
Exactly, but that's what she's saying as well. That's what she's saying as well. She's like, I said a lot of things in that interview with Billie Eilish, and that's
Look,
why
I don't
she.
really care
that's why
because
she's
I
saying,
don't really
I
care
said more
about the
stuff.
girl. But maybe if I was a big fan of hers and still 15 years old, that would be exciting news or big news to me. Right now, I don't care. She can
Yeah.
eat cake, eat mango, whatever she likes to munch on, go for it.
Okay, wait. Is anybody even surprised? I mean, I don't know who this chick is. I don't listen to any of the
No.
music, but I'm not even
She's actually
remotely
quite good.
shocked.
Oh, you've heard it.
I'm not.
I
I
heard
think a
it.
lot of
thought-
Yeah, I
know a lot
kind
of
of just
people
assume
like her.
everybody's a little gay or a little lesbian or a little bit
I
bi.
think
Yeah.
everyone's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like in
Yeah.
this
I'm gonna
modern
assume
day,
you're gay
in this
until you
modern
tell me
day,
you're not.
everyone's just like,
Yeah.
I've seen
It
pictures.
should be that way.
Of the Kinsey report in the 1930s or 40s or whatever they were, that basically the majority of people are a little bit gay. And a
I didn't
Yeah.
think this was a thing anymore.
True.
Like I haven't seen Tim suck a dick yet, but I can't say that he won't.
And all the gays are a little bit
Listen.
straight, you know?
Sometimes you have to suck a dick to know you're not gay. And college was an experience. So
And you know what
God.
they say?
With
You know,
me.
you know what they say, Tim? You know what they say? You've got to try something 3 times before you say you don't like the taste.
oh, I heard it was 10.
Oh,
Damn it! I got
You-
you.
Yeah.
that frat house was a lie.
Yeah.
A
Those
lie.
lying sons of bitches.
I tried it. I tried the local cuisine once, and I won't ever go back.
She was not. She's not
Oh,
taco.
you
Not
don't like
taco
you don't like
shack
Lebanese.
ever again.
You don't like Lebanese
All
food,
All I
but
know is that meatball dance Saturday is gonna be a whole lot different.
I think it really
Meatball day
depends.
is Saturday. We're having a very good day on Saturday.
Let's cast our minds back. Back to the way
are we
back.
asking
I
Vera?
think it depends. No, I think
What?
it
You don't have
depends
to out me. I've told this story
On what-
before. I went to college.
on what your first same
Went
sex
to
encounter
college.
was. Like,
Wait,
like,
what?
if it was, I think you've gotta, like you really
I
got to
didn't
go
hear what
back
you said.
and assess who and how and what your first same sex encounter was. Mine was good, so I stuck with it. I was like, that's good, but you know, some people try stuff and go, stinky dick, yuck, no, or like,
Oh,
nasty taco, no, thank you. Like, you know, I think you got to go. It's like try before you buy. You got to the Baskin Robbins of sexuality.
No, I
You gotta-
don't think so. I think people know definitely who they are inherently attracted to. It's not
Did you
about
have a
Yeah.
girlfriend?
whoring around and blah blah blah.
Hold
Yeah,
up,
we didn't do any of that.
What did
Oh
you
yeah.
just say?
Very platonic,
Yes.
very normal, very
Mute him.
traditional,
Just
good
mute him.
kids.
What did you just ask him?
you just muted me. So.
He asked me, did I have a girlfriend?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Excuse me. What? Now,
Oh.
time out. Wait. Why
Vera
is Steve
muted
asking
herself.
you? Steve is why? What? Whoa, Steve. Why are you asking him if he has a girlfriend?
Didn't he have? I said, not have
Yeah.
now.
Oh my God! I was like, this is about to be the best show we've ever
He's
had.
look, that's why he's got dark hair now. He's
That's why he
late
dyed the
life.
hair. Yeah,
Holy
that's it.
shit! I'm like,
Oh my god.
oh.
Do you reckon
Yeah,
that happens though?
I'm ready to ask Katrina out for another drink.
Do you reckon some people get to like?
Oh my
Some people
god.
get
That'd
to
be
40
so
and go,
fun.
Some people get to 40 and
Oh
go, you know
my
what?
God.
Maybe I was wrong about heterosexuality.
Well, I don't know. I don't know because oh shit, I thought I had a really good point. Now I can't remember what it was.
That's all right. Keep talking, Phil. We'll keep
So
talking.
dick
We
in
got distracted
college.
way too many times. They were big boys. They were big boys in that frat house.
We haven't had anybody removed since that SWAT Katie's been on here, so bring him back.
Jeffrey removed himself. He's having a moment.
Oh,
Jeffrey
okay.
removed himself. That's all right. He'll recover. I don't know what's happened to the poor man, but I can see him off in the waiting room losing his
Yeah, I'm
mind.
wondering if I should call him and go round to make sure he's not choking.
No, he's all right. He's not
Oh,
clutching
you
at his
know-
heart.
He's not had a Hardy. He
All
hasn't
right,
had a
Tim,
Hardy.
Tim's with us. Tim's
Yeah,
got his point.
I remember. So, and I might now be I'm paraphrasing my own thoughts here, but it was basically like I don't know if that theory about like you have to kind of try it to know it's not for you, because like I mean I'm pretty confident in my sexuality, and I've never had a same-sex encounter, but like I know like I've seen enough porn with like some pretty crazy shit in it to be like I'm gonna skip this video because that's not doing anything for me, and you know
Yeah.
I'm gonna move on to the next one, you know, and I just think that kind of like undermines it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That, like I get you know that you kind of got to try it to say no, absolutely, I guess, but I no offense, I have no interest. Sorry guys, I'm straight.
He doesn't want to try it.
You never
Not even
know.
just a little bit.
There are no straight men, just men who haven't met Steve. It's
Let me wipe that.
And Tim's not going to state.
That's a Will and Grace joke. It's a Will and Grace joke. It's all good. Just paraphrasing. All right. We're gonna take a very serious turn now.
No.
We've been joking about it. We're gonna take a real serious turn. Here we go. It's gonna want to come back to this because he
I'm
is when this
texting him
happened.
to make sure he's alive.
He's back. He's good.
Oh, okay.
All right. So
Hey,
for
buddy.
those of us that have, well, the most of us have been alive, and remember when this news story actually broke the first time, but it's back in the headlines at the moment. Mackenzie Phillips.
Oh.
No, Mackenzie Phillips, daughter of Mamas and the Puffers star John Phillips, has said she has found forgiveness for her father after their incestuous adult incestuous relationship of nearly 10 years.
I think we talked about this on the original show, and I think some things you just don't
Because
need
it would have
to say
happened. She
out
would have been on
loud.
Oprah at that time. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. She would have been, because all this came out when she brought out her book,
Yeah.
High on Arrival, and went on Oprah. And for those, all right, trigger warning for those of you that are a bit, how you going on sexual assault, maybe turn off now. She alleges, I guess is the correct way to say it, that well, she does. She says, all right, on her wedding night, that her and her father got extremely high on pills and alcohol, and she woke up to him sexually assaulting her. They then undertook a nearly 10-year relationship that ended when she fell pregnant and didn't know who the father of the baby was.
I'm out.
Jeffrey,
Jesus fucking Christ.
Continue.
You just don't need to put things out in public. Like everything doesn't need to be told to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that's traumatic for somebody to go through, right?
Right.
Horrible thing.
Well,
I don't think everything you need to work out in public. Like, right? Like some things you can work out with your people and therapy, right? Like talk to the people around you in your circle. I don't think everything needs to
but
be
is there enough therapy to get
told
over
to
that?
everyone. I don't know, but I don't think that needs to be told out to the. You know what I mean? Like she is.
Yeah, I don't
That's
think it's done her
also
any favors to broadcast that either. I think it's probably caused her more harm.
Right, her
But-
sister is
because-
also a celebrity. You know what I mean? Like she's other. You have other people that this affects, right? It's not just you. Like you are a victim of this.
And generationally affects people too, because
Yeah.
you know, this is like decades of people who, you know, love that band.
And
love
these
those
are
people.
famous people, yeah. So it's
And
going
these
to
are-
also.
These are mega. These are not like just little famous people. These are mega famous people, like genre-defining famous people. To find out that this dude was the biggest creeper in history is like,
Wasn't he horrible to Mama Cass? Wasn't
yeah. Well, everyone was because she was fat,
wasn't
so
he
that's
just
okay, right?
a real dick to her?
Yeah, because she was a bigger celebrity than he ever would be, so he had to fuck his daughter.
No,
To
he
get
had
over
a
it, like-
relationship that he kept telling her, "I don't love you." But I will.
Yeah,
fuck you.
look, the conversation that's popped up on the page is about the term forgiveness. I don't know. Okay,
You know,
this is a little bit.
Yeah.
This might be a little bit controversial. She wasn't a child when this happened. She was an adult.
But the relationship was obviously already sick and dysfunctional from when she was a child for this to happen. So,
right?
I just don't know that. I don't know if forgiveness is the right word. Because
You know
you
what?
can,
When you reach a certain age, you just gotta let some shit
you
go.
Lobotomy.
can't absolve,
Yeah.
you can't absolve
Is the
someone
word.
of the sins that they did to you. You can acknowledge that it happened, and I guess I don't know if you can forgive that though. Like, that's forgiveness means that you accept it, and accept that it was
Yeah.
No, I don't.
to
think
me anyway.
forgiveness
Acceptable
means that
behavior.
You don't let it hurt you anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, what are
That's
you
accepting, right? I think
What are
that's
you
just
wait,
supposed?
Yeah.
What are you
This
supposed to
started
do
on
with
her
that?
wedding night, right? You
Her
said
wedding
this started
night,
on
yeah.
her wedding night? So she was an adult, right? She's
Yes.
technically
I
a
think she was
consenting
9.
adult.
Oh, well, I think she was like
Adult,
19. I think she was like
So-
19 or
We're
something.
high on pills.
Like, I get that
Whatever.
it's traumatic. I understand that. And I get that, like, there's a father figure and a child figure and, domination and authority and all that. But you're an adult. You know what I mean? Like,
They're
you're not a
both
child.
sick.
You're like,
Yeah.
right. Like how can, like, I thought you were going a different way with that forgiveness thing. To me, it's almost like a slap in the face. Like, oh, don't worry, Dad, I forgive you. Guess what? You took fucking part in that too. Like, you were an adult. You were fully aware of what was going on. You continued it for 10 fucking years. You know what I mean? Like, you're
this
not
one-
blocked off from the rest of the world. Like, you know that it's not right. You know what I mean? Like, you know that there's something wrong with that. And you allow it to go on for 10 years to the point of possibly being impregnated by your father. And then you're like, whoa, this has gone way too far. Like, it was cool when we were just fucking around and doing butt stuff, but now I might have a kid. It's like,
Well, at 19, though, your prefrontal cortex is not fully developed, and that's the part of the brain that's responsible for judgment. So she, at 19, was not fully, in her right mind, if you will.
Yeah, but when
So-
you
yeah,
like
but
when
why
you
do you let
say
18-year-olds
victim
go in the
though,
military then? You know what I mean? You let 18-year-olds join the military and go and risk their lives for things.
Who let her get married?
They have no fear of death. Their prefrontal cortex is not. That's why we draft 18-year-olds, is because their mind is not fully developed and they're easier to control.
Yeah, but I understand. I understand why the government. I mean, why kids go. You know what I mean? But like,
oh god, this is
don't
taking
we
a
owe like? Isn't there some sort of like social, like, regular?
Well, I
I,
think
don't
the
know.
world-
I don't know. I just.
Yeah,
I don't buy.
It's
I don't
a
buy it.
weird.
I don't buy it.
It's a weird
you said
situation.
victim before too. Like that to me, like, is she really a victim? Like, did he give her the pills? Did he drug her? Like, were they both fucked up? Like, were they both taking
And
pills
look,
at
we
the same
don't-
time?
I
Like, hey,
haven't
like,
read
let's
the-
get
look,
fucked up.
to be
Shit
fair-
happened. Like, and then they realized
To
that
be
they both
fair,
liked
to
it.
clear my
Like,
that's
what I
clear
would
our
have.
due diligence. I haven't read the book. I don't know what her childhood relationship with her
Right, yeah,
father is
right.
like.
No, I
But
understand
it
that,
would-
and that's a whole other aspect.
would
I'm only going on what
suggest-
I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Right.
It
I-
would suggest
Yeah.
that there was
I think
inappropriateness
it's
throughout.
icky, and I think it's shocking,
Okay.
but I'm not going to blame the victim.
Right?
No,
Can't
not
both
blaming the
things
victim.
be
No,
No,
true?
I'm
no.
just saying that. I'm just saying I don't.
Yeah, both things
I
can be
don't.
true.
From this story, because this is all I got of it. I'm just saying, it's like on its surface, I don't know if I would refer to her as a victim because she is a consenting adult.
Well,
If
at
it
19
obviously, if it
at 19, she
has
was-
transpired over her in the course of her life, that's obviously a different story, and I do understand her being a victim.
And
But
once
I'm
you
just
get into
taking it at face value.
Once you get into that power dynamic, it's hard to get out, even as you get older and your brain is fully functional. I mean,
The
Yeah, but
the
at
topic of
19,
the
I knew how I was
conversation was
fucking.
more about the term
Yeah.
of forgiveness and the idea that you can forgive something that extreme.
You're stuck on forgiveness. We're
Yeah.
like going into the whole fucking thing.
I know,
We're like,
but I'm talking
how?
about what the conversation. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
no,
what the
I get it.
conversation was on our comment section.
yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
the
It's
idea
interesting
that
to know what people take from it.
yeah, and what you, I don't know. I agree with what Vera said. Like, forgiveness is kind of the term. Forgiveness is kind of letting you,
just let it go. At some point,
Yeah.
but there, instead of saying forgiveness, can't you say I won't let that event define me anymore? That doesn't take any responsibility away from anyone, because there's responsibility on all sides as to, especially this act, yes, whether it's knowingly, unknowingly, whether it's predispositioned into it
Well,
through
it's
their
not
relationship.
responsibility.
I'm
it's
sorry.
accountability, right?
I'm sorry.
Accountability, yeah.
Like,
Accountability. Thank
she
you.
doesn't want that, like, to define her. Like, no, I'm sorry. If you've been sleeping with your dad for 10 years, that does define you. Like, that's not
But
going
that's
away.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But
if
instead
you
of
wanted to define
but
you,
instead of
you could put it in your
forgiveness, I struggle with the term forgiveness in this.
You know
It's
what?
like I
Literally,
struggle with the term forgiveness when someone
that's the
murders
thing.
your child.
You struggle with the term of her forgiving your dad, but are you struggling with the whole concept that she was fucking him? Like, there's
Yeah.
something wrong with these people. So who gives a fuck if she
Thank
forgives
you.
him or loves him or
Right.
whatever the fuck? They're
She's
not
mentally
fucking right.
ill.
Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
the weird thing, all right, the total weird thing is China Phillips, her sister, her sister's like,
Did she get
I've
diddled
got to
too?
find. No, I don't think so, because he was like, it was the 70s. There was lots of
Yeah. And she had a
there was
single.
lots of stuff going about, but they go on at the end of because this happened on China's YouTube show. They go on to talk about what a good guy he was.
Yeah.
Could have been a good brute too. This is
She
what
was
I mean.
fucking
Why do
him.
these
Of course,
people
he's
need to
amazing.
talk about all this shit? These people are fucked in the head. And that's why anything that they recount from it, I just
I
don't
just blew
think
a
that
snot
I don't think the narrator is that reliable.
It's exactly an unreliable
I'm gonna
narrator.
continue to play the devil's advocate here. Y'all know my mom was mentally ill, but there's two mothers. There is the mother who threw this most amazing birthday party with this gorgeous scavenger hunt that went all over the neighborhood and maps and prizes, and she made this gorgeous, Easter basket in a wheelbarrow that we had like all sorts of fabulous. And then she was a raging, screaming lunatic. There's two moms in my life. One that was wonderful and one that was batshit crazy. So
But you acknowledge both of that. You don't go on and go.
Her father was wonderful and batshit crazy.
But you don't. You're being upfront and going, yes, this happened. You're not giving an interview to your sister about how you fucked your dad, and then going, but he was an alright guy.
No, I'm not. That won't ever happen.
What is it? My time if I ever met.
Developed, I knew that was a bad thing.
Was she married that entire time too? Like, was she?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was.
See, so like, did the husband know? He couldn't have known.
It was
right?
the 70s, maybe. It was a different time. It was Hollywood in
not
the
different.
70s.
I was alive in the 70s. It was not that fucking different.
You weren't in Hollywood, baby. You weren't swinging.
Hollywood. I wasn't
See,
in grade
this-
school, but I was alive in the 70s.
You weren't swinging with the Manson family up there, Vera.
Nobody
you would have
was
already-
I just think
Vera would have been
absolutely.
the aberration.
I was just thinking Manson family. That's crazy that you picked up on that. I was
Well,
like,
that's-
I say something funny about Manson, and you just beat
It's this era. It's this era. That's what it was like. Groovy parties and bush hair
What,
everywhere.
and
Let's all
fuck
get
your
clapped
kids? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
What about
Well, that was more like
Era of
79,
fucking
80.
kids.
What about-
No.
What about
Big?
Bing Crosby? Didn't he used to beat people with oranges?
What?
Like, it wasn't the time for family togetherness.
Did you hear
Mommy's-
it's a thing?
With an orange.
No wire hangers ever. Like
That was
no
not
one had a
the
healthy
70s.
relationship.
That was
No one
mental
had a
illness.
healthy relationship in Hollywood at that time.
That
It's
was
just like
not the 70s.
I know, but I'm just saying Hollywood family relationships. Anyway, there is some good Hollywood family news. Very retro
impossible.
family news. Very retro. Get ready for it. We were just talking about Ja Rule before. Nelly and Ashanti are having a baby together. What?
Yes.
Get it,
Is
girl.
he her father?
Why does Nelly look
No,
like she's
he's
got a
no.
gun
It's
in
not
his
that.
back?
It's no. He's lost the
He's
band-aid.
only
Though. He
cousins.
must be feeling better. Must be feeling better. He lost his
He
band-aid.
looks
It's okay.
like she's got a gun in his back, and
Look at those titties, though. Them titties. Look at them titties.
I was never
He's
a
like-
fan of her.
Woo!
That's
I like a
very
bit of a
hetero
shot.
thing to say, Steve.
It's.
She came in.
I can appreciate some boobs.
She opened for The Weeknd in one of his concerts. She was so
Yeah.
awesome. I loved her. Yeah.
Yeah, she can bop it. She can like, she's like,
Yeah.
So who else can bop it? Vera.
Always up
Because
there.
it's time for Vera Vance. Okay, Vera, here we go. 3, 2, 1, Venta.
I'm sure I'm probably the only one on this panel who paid any attention to the fact that Sean Hannity interviewed Donald Trump this last week. But I want some people to start paying attention to the shit that he is saying. He said that day one, he intends to rewrite the Constitution. Okay? He's going to rewrite it. He wants to address all the critics and the liberal communists in the judicial system, which means anybody who thinks he should be held accountable for the crimes he's committed. He's going to root out all of the liberal pockets in the federal government. That doesn't just mean the Democratic congressmen and the Democratic senators. He's talking about getting rid of Democrats and liberals who work in the IRS, Democrats and liberals who work in the Justice Department. Anybody who ever said a bad word about him. Trust me, if Donald Trump gets in office, he's going to find me. Donald Trump said day one, he's going to eliminate or create a nationwide abortion ban. Day one, he's going to start rolling out all these fucking autocratic rules and regulations. I wrote them down and I left them on the table. I'm sorry. Day one. Now, we know that he's not talking about the first 24 hours. Oh, immigration, border policy. He talked about rounding people up, heretics, lunatics, communists, putting them in camps. Camps. These are Trump's words, not mine. Putting them in camps. Who else put people in camps? This man is on the verge of full-on autocracy. Now, it should alarm all of us. This is not just me being the liberal on the panel. This man is saying out loud what he intends to do, and we need to believe him. Now, he does control 59% of the Republican Party, and that's pretty scary. But we do have to stop and remember that the Republican Party is only 28% of the electorate. So the rest of us need to make sure that we are doing our due diligence and paying attention to the things this man is saying, because they're pretty fucking scary. We need to be on our toes, and we need to get out and vote and make sure that our democracy is still intact long after Donald Trump finally has that fucking stroke.
I love. Do you love the meme that's been going around with him and his ex-wife?
No.
I hope they're back together. I hope they're back together soon.
Oh my
It's
God,
like-
that's amazing.
Yeah, I saw
so
that.
funny. Immortality is a good thing, guys. Do you want to rock and roll all night and forever? Because now you'll be able to. Kiss has gone digital at their very last stop of their farewell tour. At the end of the show, they unveiled the Kiss avatars that will be performing concerts and touring, etc. from now on ad infinitum. Now,
Wow.
This
They
is the
needed
second-
to do that.
this is
They
the
are
second
one,
group.
One platform heel over breaking a hip.
This is the second group to do it, and the reason that they've jumped into the fray is because ABBA currently make $2 million a week from their
Oh, I wanna
Avatar
see
show
that show.
without having to lift a finger. And I have seen it. It was absolutely fucking amazing. I thought there were real people on the stage at some time. So I can imagine for a band as big and theatrical as Kiss, the show will be something spectacular. They're
If they
talking
were
like
me,
some
they-
kind of
they
rock
could fall
opera,
down
and
really get hurt. They need to go virtual.
But- they can, from now on, they can just sit back and have a passive income at 70.
Yeah.
So,
I wish I could do my job as
think?
Avatar.
Is there a band that you think? I can imagine the Rolling Stones doing this eventually.
Queen! I would die if
Queen.
Queen went virtual. Can they do that? Like, I would. Oh my God, I would.
Well, I
die.
think they could do it with Freddie Mercury. That's the sad thing. Like
Yeah.
the
Why
thing about
not? They have
ABBA
enough
is-
footage
I
of him.
He's dead. They
Yeah.
really-
They
Why
have enough
couldn't they
footage of
fix the
him.
footage?
See, because
Yeah.
it's because these aren't holograms. These are motion captured like things of the real people. So for the ABBA show, they spent I think 2 months in the green suits with the motion capture, actually performing the show, and everything was captured from them now and then digitally aged down. So it's them performing the show. We don't have Freddie Mercury to do that with. So I think that would be more of the. Remember that really dodgy Whitney Houston one?
Yeah.
The really
I don't
dodgy
care.
Whitney Houston
I wouldn't
hologram?
even care.
But
It has to
I can
happen.
imagine like the Rolling Stones doing something like this. Fucking hopefully you two don't, because I'm sick of you two. And then they're still. Why are they still around?
What about someone like
Why
Elton
were they-
John? Like that'd be easy.
Why were they in that big ball?
Ellen John would
Like,
be fun. I agree.
why were
I
they
think
in
that
that
would be
big
a lot of
ball?
fun.
Get out, you two. Wasn't it enough that you tried to make us all have that album that nobody wanted? Like, that was fucked up.
That
I
was
couldn't
fucked
get that
up.
thing
that
off
was
my
a
eye.
rude
It was
day.
fucked up.
That was rude. That's just plain. Everyone reckons Taylor
I
Swift,
liked you
who
too,
is
and that was fucked up.
Taylor Swift, who
It's
is
rude.
Person of the Year, by the way. Person of the Year, Taylor Swift.
Yes, girl.
Everyone reckons everyone who thinks that she's like an evil genius, she never forced anyone to have her music.
Right.
Like, that's
No.
just rude. That's just rudeness.
That was
Take your
rude.
Do you
shitty
know
album.
how long it took me to get all that fucking shit off my thing?
That's why I got rid of iTunes. I'm like, I don't want this popping up in my shuffle all the time.
Apple users. This is the problem.
Oh,
Apple users.
Yeah,
They're for
fucking
the
A,
starved. It's
goddammit.
for the starved children. I 86 Apple. I'm like, you're not gonna make me
Spotify,
listen to Bono.
Android.
You're not gonna make me listen to Bono. What are you gonna do? Sting next? You can shove that right up your ass. Oh, they put a Paul McCartney album on. They're like, fuck off, you lesbian looking thing. He needs to go. Why did we get stuck with Paul out of all the Beatles? Ugh.
We still have Ringo
He's
too.
so-
Ringo's still alive.
Yeah, no one cares. No one cares about Ringo.
Look at beautiful only fingers.
Ringo's like Sydney Brady. No one cares. Like, ugh.
That was a pretty good Ringo.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gents, thank you for joining us this week on Uncensored Radio. It's been a spicy one this week. I like it when we get spicy. But we will see you again very soon on the countdown to Christmas. If you have anything to tell us, if you have a secret, maybe Christmas
Yeah, when are we doing another
I'm
social confession?
asking for some Christmas-related confessions. We want to try and do a
Ooh.
Christmas uncensored confessions. So if you like stole someone's Christmas present or killed their pet or something cool, like let us
Oh
know.
my
If you
God.
fucked Santa and if you fucked Santa and it turned out to be your uncle or something.
Did you fuck
let us
Santa
know.
on your
10
friend's
years.
fire truck?
Yeah,
No,
let
on
us
the
know.
sleigh.
If you jump to the Facebook page, it's up the top. It's all anonymous. Let us know. We want some saucy
Yeah,
Christmas
anonymous.
confessions. Anonymous.
If I put it in,
Anonymous.
you'll know.
That's
Yeah, you
Don't
know.
start the first line off by "Hi, my name is."
somebody put
Hey,
that
it's
in
not
the chat
anonymous
for me.
anymore.
Christina.
Somebody put what?
All right, guys, take
You're
it
a
easy.
fuck
We'll see you
Santa
next
in the
week.
sleigh.
Bye.
Gotta get
That
All right, guys, everyone hop into the van. We're headed over to the Mackenzie Phillips place to sort some shit